So these are a bit of lead-ins we're doing about the wheel of consent, and we've touched on consent, which is kind of important, to talk about model, because we need to be, in order for things to really work out, we need to be in a place of authentic consent, really, really what is true for us. But there's another model as well that we're just going to briefly touch into. And this is something that also impacts our consent, or the way we say consent. And basically, we all have two routes to pleasure. One, so we have the pleasure centres in the brain, and pleasure can be anything from having your hand stroked to eating that chocolate or whatever. But you have the pleasure centres in the brain, and you've got the vicarious and indirect route. And that depends on creating pleasure, if you're in relationship, creating pleasure in the other. So when you see them having pleasure, or you're able to create that pleasure for them, then that gives you pleasure. And that's the route that's most commonly we are used to, that's the route that's commonly activated for us. It starts from childhood, when we're told to do something to make mum and dad happy, and we get used to creating actions that make others happy. And then that then starts creating our pleasure, the fact that we're making other people happy. But there is also a direct route to pleasure, which is our own, getting our own pleasure for ourselves. And we'll go into more detail on that. But so an example of that, John, maybe I do an example with you? So this one, can I stroke your hand? May I stroke your hand?
Yes.
And could we work on the indirect route?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm now stroking John's hand.
Mm. Oh. Oh.
Okay. So that's obviously showing where I'm more interested in giving him pleasure, because that makes me feel pleasure for me and makes me validated. And now we're going to do the direct route. So can I stroke your hand, taking from it? Okay?
Yes.
So now I'm taking for me, and actually it doesn't matter. He said I can, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just checking how that texture is, and noticing I'm liking doing that. And just seeing the wrinkles on the ridges, and I'm just taking data and just connecting with what I'm liking about this and what I'm wanting to do with this hand, because this is for me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So